Hi class. Hopefully you're having a good morning already. Today we're going to be talking about frequency tables and picture graphs. Okay? So we're going to skip 1 and 2 because we need the other page, and unfortunately that is not on a PDF file on Savas. So we're going to go ahead over to 3, and if you look over here at the instructions, it says use the table to complete the picture graph. So over here I have some tally marks. It says number, lunch, and the title is favorite school lunch. So remember, when you're looking at data tables or graphs, you're really looking for a title and some labels before you even begin doing anything. Okay? So here it says we're going to use the table to complete the graph. So it looks like for lunch they could either order tacos, pizza, or salad. And I have tally marks here. So I have 2 tally marks, which become the number 2. I have 5. Remember, anytime I have 4 and then I make this sideways, that means 5 plus 3 is 8. And I have 3 for salad. Okay? So when we use tally marks in the 3rd grade, before we would call them a tally chart. But now that we're in the 3rd grade, in the big hallway, we call this a frequency table. Frequency table. It's how frequent that item was chosen or that data was chosen. So then down here it says favorite school lunches. And then I have taco, pizza, salad, and this is a picture graph. So you can see here that 2 votes is like a half slice of bread, and 1 vote is like maybe a 1/4 of a slice of bread, because it looks like this is turned in half, okay? So for tacos I have 2, so I'm going to try to replicate this picture up here. Kind of looks like a half slice of bread. And for pizza I have 8, so I need 4 of these because 2 times 4 is 8. Good thing this is in an art grade, right? And then for salad I have 3. So I'm going to do a 2. And then I'm going to try to do a 1, and it doesn't have the edge there. Okay? So this is a frequency table. They took what you call a survey to get this. So a survey is when you ask people questions and they answer it, and then you use that data. You can either put the data with a tally chart and then turn it into a picture graph, or you could leave it in the frequency table. If we were here at school, I would ask you what your favorite ice cream is, and we would take tallies of that and then turn that into a picture graph. Unfortunately, you are not here today. I'm going to scroll on down, so give me a second. So now we have independent practice. In the green box up there, it says in 4 and 6, use the data in the chart. And then over here it says complete the picture graph. So remember, I told you before you even really read the question, let's look at the information. So the title of this is Goals Each Team Has Scored. Remember, this is a frequency chart because we're in the 3rd grade now. Frequency chart tells us how many times that data is used, how frequent it was. So here I have my symbols for 5 again. And my team names, so I have Cubs, Hawks, Lions, and Roadrunners. My tally marks and the numbers for those tally marks. And so then I can use this information to do my picture graph. So you get to choose on this one how much each picture is worth. So here I have a ball, and I'm going to look at my numbers over here. I can see that I have multiples of 5 and 10. So I'm going to say that my ball is worth 10, and the half is worth 5, because that's half a 10. Okay? So then if I look over here, I have Cubs. I have 10 tally marks. So 2 5s would be 10. So I'm going to use my whole ball here for Cubs. I'm going to do 1 ball, or circle, however you want to look at it. For Hawks, I have 20. So 2 times 10 is 20. So I'm going to need 2 here. Lions has 30. So I'm going to need 3. 3 times 10 is 30. And then Roadrunner's a little different, it's 15. So I'm going to need 1 for 10, and then a half a 1 for the 5. down here on number 5, it says, which two teams scored more goals? The Club and the Lions, or the Hawk and the Roadrunner? So remember, when it has the word "and" like that, we're going to add those together. So I'm looking at clubs, and I'm looking at Lions, so I'm going to put C plus L equals for clubs and Lions, and I'm going to come over here to my data. I'm going to say clubs had 10, Lions had 30. So 10 plus 30 is going to give me 40 for them. And then I'm going to look at Hawks and Roadrunner, and I'm going to put H plus R for Hawks and Roadrunner. I'm going to look at Hawks, they have 20, and Roadrunner has 15. So maybe 20 plus 15. I'm going to add those together, get 35. And so my question is, which two teams scored more goals? The Cubs and Lions, or the Hawks and Roadrunner? So I can tell that my Hawks and Roadrunner scored less, and that my Cubs and Lions scored more. It doesn't ask me how much more, so all I have to write here is Cubs and Lions. I don't even have to subtract. I can just look and see which one has more, because it doesn't ask how much more, it just says which teams. So make sure that you're answering the question that it asks. Number 6, it says, explain how you decide the number of each symbol to draw to show the goals for the Roadrunner. So the way that I did it was I looked over here and I could see, well, these are all multiples of 10, and half of 10 is 5. So I chose to do 10 and 5 for my goal. You wouldn't have to do that. You could have done 2 and 1, but you would have had to draw a lot more. Okay, I'm going to move on down. And again, when they get these tally marks, you use them for frequency charts. So let's go ahead down here to 7 and 9. It says use the frequency table at the right. Call it a table. I should probably change that up here to table so that we have the same vocabulary going on. Call it a frequency table. Okay. So I'm going to look at my table, over here my frequency table. It says I've got favorite vegetables. So I have corn, green beans, tomatoes. I have 4 tallies and a number 4, 2 tallies and a 2, 5 tallies and a 5 for tomatoes. Make a picture graph to show the data in this table. Okay, so you can make any kind of picture graph here. You can decide what the key is. Remember, the key is at the bottom, and that tells our picture. Okay, so to make my picture graph, I'm going to label corn. I'm just going to put a C. Green beans, I'm going to put a GB, and T for tomato. I'm going to put veggies at the top as my title, so you can know what it is when I'm reading it. I'm going to say that 1 tomato is equal to 2, and that a half tomato is equal to 1. Okay, so I have corn, which is 4, so I'm going to put 2 tomatoes up here. I have green bean, which is 2, so I'm just going to put 1 tomato. And I have tomatoes, which are 5, so I'm going to put 2, 4, and then my half tomato. It's not very pretty. My half tomato. Okay, so this would be my key down here, or my scale. Okay. Number 7. After 6 students in your class ask 6 students in your class, which of the 3 veggies is your favorite? Record the answers in your picture graph. Well, I can't do that, so I'm going to do mine. So my favorite veggie would be corn. So I'm going to add 1 tomato for mine. Okay. What is the difference between the odd number and the sum of the even numbers in the table? So over here, what's the difference between the odd number and the sum of the even? Sum means to add. So we're going to add these 2 together and we get 6. Difference means that we're subtracting. So minus 5 is going to give me 1. 1 vote is different. All right, let's go down to higher order thinking, and then you guys can move on to sawdust for the day. All right, so up here in higher order thinking, it says, suppose you're going to make a picture graph to show the data in the Simpsons Bookshop table. Choose a symbol to stand for 5 books sold. Draw the row of fiction books solid. Justify your answer. So draw the row of fiction books sold. Oh, not doing very good reading this afternoon. And erase it. Okay, so I'm drawing the row of fiction books sold. Justify your answer. So a good picture graph is going to include your key. So I'm just going to use a book here. And I'm going to go, say this is worth 10. And I'm going to say this one is worth 5. Okay? So I have fiction. I have nonfiction. I have poetry. And I have dictionary. Okay? So my fiction, I have 25. My nonfiction, I have 40. Poetry, I have 20. And dictionary, I have 15. So I have drawn my picture graph. Choose a symbol, I've done that. Now it says draw the row for fiction books solid, or sold, justify your answer. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble with it. Draw the row for fiction books sold, justify your answer. So here's my fiction books. The reason this works is because this symbol equals 10. And this symbol equals 5. 10 times 2 equals 20. Plus the 5 equals 25. Okay. The garden shop sold 30 plants in May, 35 plants in June. So 30 plants in May, 35 plants in June, 25 plants in April. Complete the picture graph for this data. Choose a symbol you wish. Okay. So I'm going to make a 2-leaf plant equal 10, and a 1-leaf plant, had a pop-up, equal 5. Okay? So, in April, I had 25, so I'm going to need 2 2-leaf plants, that's 20, and 1 1-leaf, that's 5. And in May, I had 30, so I'm going to need a 2-leaf plant. Oh, I colored them in. Oh, I got carried away. Should have done that. Okay, and in June, I had 35. There's 10, 20, 30, 35. Okay? So it's pretty easy today on Sawdust. We're going to be doing the same kind of thing that we're doing here. We're going to be picking which picture graph goes with what information. Hopefully you can see that okay. And you're going to be explaining why you thought so. So I'm hoping you're enjoying your day at home. if you have any questions, you can send me a message in Canvas through your inbox, or we'll be conferencing from 9 to 10 and 1 to 2 tomorrow.